Alex had spent the entire day in the lab, staring at glowing screens and adjusting delicate instruments. His fingers were stiff, his back ached, and he felt the mental weight of a week-long experiment pressing on him. The research station hung silently above a bluish gas giant, spinning slowly in the cold emptiness of space. Outside the windows, streaks of distant stars moved lazily as the station rotated. He welcomed the thought of a warm shower, a small comfort in the sterile corridors of the station. He stripped down and stepped under the stream of hot water. Steam filled the small bathroom, curling around him in soft swirls. The warmth of the water made him close his eyes, letting his mind drift. It was rare to have even a few moments of solitude here. Normally, the station was bustling with the hum of machinery, the chatter of colleagues, or the constant beeps of monitors. But tonight, for a few minutes, everything was quiet. Then the quiet shattered. A shimmer, almost like the refraction of light through water, appeared in the corner of the shower. Alex blinked, thinking his eyes were playing tricks on him. The shimmer grew, twisting and condensing until, with a faint pop, a figure materialized out of thin air. He staggered back, almost slipping on the wet floor, and looked in disbelief. A young woman stood there, perfectly formed, with strange yet striking features. Her skin glimmered faintly, almost like it reflected the ambient light differently, and her hair fell in silken waves that seemed to float slightly around her. She was beautiful in a way that made Alex's brain stumble, but it wasn't just beauty, there was something otherworldly about her. Her eyes were a deep, shimmering violet, scanning him with intense curiosity. Who are you?" Alex stammered, still clutching the edge of the shower wall. She tilted her head slightly, studying him. Her expression was neutral, neither threatening nor welcoming, just observing. Then almost softly she spoke in words that somehow made sense to him, despite the alien cadence. "I am Lyra, I need to understand." Alex's mind raced. Understand what?
Understand him?
Understand humans? Okay. Understand a what? He asked, still unsure whether to call security or run. Lyra stepped closer, not touching, but moving with a fluidity that made Alex instinctively step back. She examined his arms, the way he moved, his posture, and the way he reacted to her presence. "You are human. Interesting." Her voice was calm, melodic, and carried a strange authority despite her youthful appearance. Alex swallowed. "Yeah, I'm human. And you just appeared in my shower." His words were weak, almost childish in their disbelief. He looked around, hoping the station cameras had not captured this. That would be a reportable incident, one he would never live down. Lyra's lips curved slightly. It was not a smile, but something akin to amusement. "Teleportation is simple for my kind. Observation is necessary. No harm." Alex exhaled sharply, his tension easing slightly. "No harm, maybe. Observation, huh? Well, I guess you picked a strange time to observe." He gestured to the shower. Naked. Really strange timing." Lyra's violet eyes studied him carefully. "You are vulnerable." "Vulnerability shows truth. Your kind hides behind structures, behind routines. Here you are, yourself." She paused as if weighing her words. "I need to see humans without masks." Alex blinked. That was unexpectedly deep. He had worked alongside humans for years, yet somehow, someone or something from another world was seeing him stripped of all pretenses and noting it scientifically. "Okay, fine. I guess I'm myself then. Does that satisfy your curiosity?" Her head tilted. "Not yet. I must learn more." Alex groaned softly, letting his head rest against the shower wall. "Great, so how long do you plan to learn?" She considered. "Until I understand. Time is flexible for me." Alex's eyebrows shot up. "Time is flexible for you? That's helpful, really helpful." He shook his head and splashed water on his face, trying to steady himself. The absurdity of the situation almost made him laugh. But the underlying truth of it, the sheer reality that an alien was standing in his shower, kept him rooted in shock. Lyra moved closer again, careful to maintain a respectful distance, and reached out a hand. She traced the water droplets on the glass wall, her fingers gliding in patterns that seemed alien yet deliberate. "Your species is interesting. Simple in design yet complex in behavior. Your emotions, your reactions. Everything is data." Alex rubbed his temples. "Great, I'm data. I've been reduced to a science experiment." "That's fantastic." He tried to sound annoyed, but the corners of his lips twitched. Despite the bizarre intrusion, he was fascinated. He had always dreamed of encountering extraterrestrial life, but this was far beyond anything he had imagined. Lyra's gaze softened slightly. I am not here to harm. I am here to learn and to understand. If you allow me, I may remain. Alex froze. Remain? She wanted to stay. In his shower. In his quarters? He swallowed. You want to stay? Yes, observation requires presence. I'm curious about your habits, your routines, your essence as a human. Alex blinked, then let out a long breath. Well, this is going to be one weird week. I guess, fine, you can stay. But, please no wandering around other rooms. She nodded as if she understood the unspoken rules of cohabitation. Agreed. I observe, I do not interfere. The rest of the evening passed in an unusual mix of awkwardness and curiosity. Alex went about his shower and Lyra simply watched, fascinated by the simplest actions. The way he dried his hair, the careful brushing of teeth, the small hums he made while adjusting to the warm water. Her attention was intense but never intrusive in a harmful sense. After he finished, Alex wrapped himself in a towel and sat on the edge of the small bed in his quarters. Lyra had materialized a small, translucent chair beside him, which hovered slightly above the ground. Your kind sleeps in cycles, she observed. I must learn the purpose of rest. You'll see soon enough, Alex replied, a small grin forming. Humans need sleep. It's not just for rest, it's for sanity. Lyra tilted her head. Sanity is intriguing. Your species creates structures, inventions, and art, yet you must retreat to restore balance. Fascinating. Alex laughed softly, shaking his head. You make it sound like a biology lesson, but I guess you kind of are. He paused, thinking. So, you came all this way, from wherever you're from, just to study humans? Yes, my people seek knowledge of species across galaxies. Your species shows traits we rarely see. Resilience, adaptability, creativity, and unexpected problem-solving. These traits may be important in the future, Alex's curiosity sparked. The future? Are humans important to your people? Lyra's expression was unreadable for a moment. Then almost softly she said, important, in ways you cannot yet understand. A sudden alarm cut through the room, loud and insistent. Alex jumped to his feet, heart racing. What now? He muttered, reaching for the communicator on his wrist. The display showed a fast-approaching object moving toward the station. Its shape was unfamiliar, angular, and undeniably threatening. Lyra's eyes narrowed. A vessel approaches. Hostile intent, likely. Your species may face danger soon. Alex swallowed, adrenaline kicking in. Well, that escalated quickly. Any ideas? Lyra's violet eyes glinted with determination. We must act together. Observation alone is not enough. This is real. Survival requires collaboration. For the first time, Alex saw her not just as an observer, but as an ally. He nodded, gripping the edge of the console. All right. Let's figure this out. Together. As the two prepared for the unknown, a strange bond began to form. They were from different worlds, different species, yet necessity forced cooperation. Alex realized something profound. Humanity's strength had always been its unpredictability, its courage in the face of unknown threats. And standing beside him, Lyra was learning just how remarkable humans could be. Outside, the alien ship closed in. Inside, two unlikely allies, one human, one alien, prepared for the challenge, unaware that this night was only the beginning of a much larger adventure. The alarms blared across the station, echoing through metal corridors and shaking the walls with a low, insistent hum. Alex's heart raced as he scanned the approaching vessel on the monitor. Its angular design made it clear this was not a friendly craft. He had never seen anything like it before, but instinct told him it was dangerous. Lyra stood beside him, her posture calm but alert. Her violet eyes glimmered with focus as she analyzed the approaching ship. They are advanced, she said softly. Weapons, propulsion, and energy fields are unlike anything humans have developed. But their strategy is simple. Overwhelm and intimidate. Alex nodded, gripping the console. Overwhelm and intimidate. Yeah, that sounds about right. I've faced aggressive species before, but nothing like this. He took a deep breath. Okay, so what's our first move? Lyra's lips curved slightly as if amused by his mix of nerves and determination. We must act quickly. I can teleport into their systems and disable key components, but your species' strength lies in creativity and improvisation. We must combine abilities, Alex blinked. Teleport into their systems? Like, inside the ship? Yes, I can interface with technology directly. It requires concentration and precision. I will need your guidance for strategy. Alex exhaled sharply, trying to calm the surge of panic. All right, let's do this together. They moved to the observation deck, which offered a panoramic view of the approaching vessel. Alex's mind raced with possibilities. Shields, weapons, docking clamps, there was a lot to consider. He quickly drew on his experience from simulations and past missions, calculating angles, weak points, and potential escape routes. Lyra closed her eyes briefly, letting her body shimmer as she prepared to teleport. In an instant, she disappeared, leaving a faint trace of sparkling light. Alex held his breath, watching the monitors for any sign of success or failure. Seconds felt like hours. Then the alien ship's movements became erratic. Its weapon systems blinked offline and part of its propulsion faltered. Lyra reappeared, a faint smile on her lips. Success. But they will adapt quickly. Further action is required. Alex nodded, impressed. Wow, okay. That's actually amazing. We've got a chance now, but we need a plan to keep them from attacking the station. He tapped on the station's control panels, rerouting power to defensive systems and activating drones that hovered silently in the nearby hangar. We can use the drones to distract them while you do your teleportation thing again. Hit their main reactor, maybe disable propulsion completely. Lyra inclined her head. Agreed, timing is critical. Coordination is essential. Alex glanced at her. We've got this. I think. He grinned, trying to inject confidence into both himself and the alien beside him. The first wave of drones launched, zipping through space like streaks of light. The alien ship reacted immediately, firing its weapons to intercept them. Explosions illuminated the darkness, sparks scattering across the void. Alex felt a thrill of fear and excitement. This was unlike anything he had experienced in simulations. This was real, and every decision mattered. Lyra's hands glowed faintly as she teleported across the ship's surface, materializing inside compartments, disabling systems, and teleporting back before the alien crew could respond. Each move was precise, elegant, and effective. Alex watched in awe, coordinating the drones to exploit the openings she created. Minutes stretched into what felt like hours. But finally, the alien vessel began to falter. Its weapons were offline, propulsion weakened, and the crew seemed confused and disoriented. Alex couldn't help but laugh softly, relief mingling with adrenaline. We're actually doing it? We're holding them off. Lyra reappeared beside him, her expression calm but satisfied. Your guidance was invaluable. Your species' ingenuity complements my abilities perfectly. Together, we are more effective than either alone. Alex nodded, smiling. Yeah, teamwork. Who knew? He paused, then added, I guess humans are more useful than you aliens might think. Her eyes softened. Indeed, your unpredictability is a strength. Your determination and creativity are remarkable. Alex felt a strange pride swell in him. Despite the fear, the danger, and the unexpected chaos of a teleporting alien in his shower, he realized something important. Humans had something unique, something worth protecting. Courage, adaptability, and the ability to think differently under pressure. These traits could make a difference in the galaxy. The alien ship, realizing it could no longer overpower the station, attempted to retreat. Alex monitored its movement carefully, ensuring it left without causing damage. Lyra observed silently, teleporting to ensure all systems were secured before the ship could fire one last volley. Finally, the vessel drifted away, disappearing into the darkness of space. The station's alarms quieted, replaced by the gentle hum of life support systems. Alex slumped into a chair, exhausted but exhilarated. Lyra materialized beside him again, her presence calm and grounding. The threat has passed for now. You performed admirably. Your species' resilience and quick thinking were decisive. Alex rubbed his forehead. I can't believe that just happened. One moment, I'm in the shower. The next, we're fending off an alien attack. He chuckled shakily. This is insane. Lyra's gaze was steady, almost thoughtful. Your species thrives in chaos. You adapt and survive even when the odds are against you. That is valuable. Alex smiled faintly. Well, I guess it's nice to be valuable for something other than paperwork or lab work for once. They sat in silence for a few moments, the weight of the evening settling around them. Outside, the stars continued to streak lazily, indifferent to the drama that had just unfolded aboard the station. Inside, a bond had formed between two beings from entirely different worlds, united by circumstance and mutual respect. Finally, Lyra spoke, her voice soft but deliberate. I will remain with you for a while. Observation is ongoing, but now it will include cooperation and learning in action. Your species has shown remarkable qualities today. I wish to understand more. Alex nodded, feeling a mix of exhaustion and anticipation. All right, I guess. Welcome aboard, then. I hope you like instant noodles and recycled air. He grinned, trying to lighten the mood. Lyra's eyes sparkled faintly. I will adapt. Your species' cuisine and living conditions are primitive but intriguing. I am curious. For the next few hours, they began to work together to repair minor damage, monitor station systems, and ensure no residual threats remained. Lyra's abilities allowed them to accomplish tasks far more quickly than Alex could have imagined. He marveled at the ease with which she manipulated technology, teleported with precision and analyzed complex systems in seconds. Yet, despite her advanced capabilities, she showed patience and interest in his explanations. Alex found himself explaining human procedures, telling stories about past missions and sharing personal experiences in a way that he had never shared with anyone else. Lyra listened intently, occasionally asking questions that challenged his understanding or made him reconsider the simplest details. By the time the station settled into a calm routine again, Alex realized how much he had learned from her presence. He had gained a new perspective not just on technology but on humanity itself. Humans were adaptable, resilient, and creative, traits that could make them influential on a galactic scale, even if they were unaware of it. Lyra, in turn, had learned more than she had anticipated. The complexity of human behavior, the subtle interplay of emotion, intuition, and reasoning fascinated her. She saw patterns and strengths that her species rarely encountered. The bond between observation and cooperation had transformed into mutual respect and genuine curiosity. As the station lights dimmed for the first rest cycle, Alex leaned back, exhaustion tugging at his eyelids. Lyra hovered nearby, her presence calm and steady. Sleep is essential for recovery, she said softly. Your species relies on it more than I realized. It is interesting, Alex chuckled softly. Yeah, try to get used to it. Humans aren't very efficient without rest. You might even like it once you try. Lyra inclined her head, a small, thoughtful gesture. Perhaps. Observation continues even in rest, but cooperation and learning are most effective when your species is at full strength. Alex smiled, closing his eyes. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Lyra. The stars outside continued their endless journey, indifferent yet beautiful. Inside, a human and an alien sat in quiet companionship, bound by circumstance, curiosity, and the recognition of each other's strengths. The galaxy was vast, full of unknown dangers and opportunities, but tonight at least two very different beings had discovered something extraordinary: the power of understanding, cooperation, and the resilience of humanity. As Alex drifted into sleep, he knew this encounter was only the beginning. The galaxy was wide, full of mysteries, threats, and wonders. But for the first time he felt certain of one truth. Humans had a place in it, not just as survivors but as innovators, problem solvers, and something more. Something worth noticing even by species from distant stars. Lyra remained silent, watching over him, her mind cataloging, analyzing, and learning. But somewhere deep in her being, beyond data and logic, there was an acknowledgement, subtle and quiet, that humans were extraordinary in ways even she had not anticipated, and together, they would face whatever the galaxy dared to throw at them next.